We have 5 players that we have picked. And for my bubble breakers, these are guys that are less than 5 years in the NBA, which means that they haven't really like solidified themselves in the league. They're still finding their footing. And then they're going to make a name in the bubble for themselves. And that's a very wide range, a wide open thing that you can say, because make a name could be as simple as like make a shot, make a big play, like a Quinn Cook type moment that could happen.
We both share the opinion that there will be a bubble breakout star. Like there will be somebody. There will be somebody that like America does not know who this guy is. And then the NBA bubble happens and they're like, oh my God, he balled out. He came out of nowhere. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to guess who that guy is. We're throwing a bunch of darts at the dartboard trying to hit a bullseye. And with the caveat being, we understand that most of these picks are not going to even see the court probably. Yeah. My number 5 is a straightforward one. It is the number 6 pick of the 2018 draft. His name is Mo Bamba. He plays for the Orlando Magic. I'll walk that back. He's on the Orlando Magic roster. He doesn't really play. He hasn't really cracked a rotation in his 2 years with the Magic. But the reason I have him as a bubble breaker is this, Tate. He's put on a lot of muscle. I don't know if you saw the
I did. I don't know if it's 20 pounds, right? That's what they were saying.
Yeah, 20
that's what
pounds.
You were reporting, I believe.
Of pure, tight, thick, dynamic, explosive muscle. Not an ounce of fat that he put on. This is not the Bryson DeChambeau diet. He was on the Zion Williamson lean muscle. I'm picking him because I don't know. I just envision a scenario. Maybe the Magic get the 8 seed. Are they the 8 seed, right?
Yeah.
They're the 8 seed in the
Yeah, and the Wizards are not going to catch up with it.
Yeah, the Wizards are not going to catch. So what am I saying? Maybe for it. They're going to get the 8 seed. They play the Bucks in the first round. Let's say the Magic don't have a rim protector. The Bucks, Giannis can't shoot. So like the Magic decide like we want to pack it in a little bit, make Giannis shoot, make him get to the rim. We'll challenge him at the rim. Maybe they throw Mo Bamba in there. He's no longer like super skinny. He's put on all that muscle.
Yep.
I'm rolling the dice that Mo Bamba gets a little more action because the Magic realize we're not beating the Bucks. We might as well just throw some out there and see what happens. So they're going to give Mo Bamba a little bit of an opportunity. And I'm hoping it hits. I'm hoping it sticks because the guy's talented and he's also like, for all the like for him not playing, he's taking it well. Like he's not all the reports coming out of Orlando are such.
It's like he's working hard. You know,
he's working hard. Yeah, he's not like sulking. He's not like I want to get traded. He's like, yeah, I understand. I got to work my way into this rotation.
My number 5 pick is a guy that this is someone that I feel like America has not latched onto, and I feel like they should. And maybe not. I might be wrong, but I'm SMU forever and always. We're Mustangs for life. You know that. And the starting point guard of the Philadelphia 76ers, a team that I believe has a real chance, my personal favorites to come out of the East.
What?
Yes.
No.
A man by the name of Sniper Shake. Sniper Shake Milton out of SMU, a point guard, the now starting point guard, a man that Larry Brown scouted, a man that Larry Brown saw and said, this is a guard that I can trust, that I can give him the ball. He understands the game. Ben Simmons is able to shift down to the power forward position. Joel Embiid wore a hazmat suit. He knows he's down here strictly for business. His business is basically to pander to the Sixers fans. The best way to do that is to win a title. I think the Sixers are all in. I think Sniper Shake is the perfect point guard for this situation.
My number 4 pick is a rookie for the Houston Rockets. His name is Chris Clemons.
Yes.
He is 5'9".
A camel.
He gets buckets. He is a camel. His last 3 years of college, he averaged
5 times.
Camel. Chris Clemons, Campbell's.
Yes.
Chris Clemons, Campbell. His last 3 years of college, he averaged 25 points.
Amazing.
25 points and 30 points. His final 3 seasons as a collegiate basketball player. He's my pick for this reason, Tate. We know the Rockets. We know their style of play, which is jack threes. Just throw a bunch of guards out there, throw up threes. Don't worry about defense. And hope they go in. Make shots.
Play the game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's play.
Exactly. Daryl Morey listens to the pod. Make shots. You have to make shots. He's like, let's make shots. So I with Eric Gordon has a sprained ankle, right? He's going to be out for at least 2 weeks, is what they're saying. Russ Westbrook's coming off the coronavirus situation. Like I assume he's going to be back to 100%, but I don't know. Just for the purposes of me trying to sell this pick, I'm going to pretend like Russ is not quite 100% yet. All the guards in the lineup are getting bumped up. You got Austin Rivers getting bumped. He's going to get more minutes, I assume. Ben McLemore's going to get more minutes. Maybe Chris Clemons he's not going to get like he's not going to take over minutes for Eric. He's not going to take over the Eric Gordon role. I'm not saying he is, but he's averaged throughout the season. You average like 8-9 minutes a game. Maybe that gets moved up to like 12 to 15.
Chris Clemons forever.
All right.
Number 4 for me is a package deal, and it's because they're on a team that will be quickly out of the bubble very quick. Basically, by the time we get done with these 8 games, we will not see them anymore, and that's why they are a package deal. But it's a team that I really love, and I say love in the strangest way. It's the Phoenix Suns, and it's 2 players that are near and dear to my heart. One of them is Jerome, Sir Ty Jerome, friend of the program, of course, and young Cameron Johnson. I mean, in the last scrimmage game for the Suns had 19 points. And
wow.
He looked every bit of 6'8", and he looks
he looked every bit
of 6'8". Let me just say, and he is basically the perfect
bullet points. 19 points. Looked every bit of 6'8".
Every bit of 6'8". Full 6'8". No, I'm just saying in a gym like this, like we were talking about an empty gym, Cam Johnson is the 6'8" version of Reggie Miller to me, in the sense that he is just a pure stroke. Like, you throw that guy the ball, the guy loves to shoot the basketball, and he's going to make shots. If he gets the playing time, which he is now, he and Mikal Bridges are a problem on the wing. I love both of them together. I kind of like this Suns team a lot. They have a lot of talent on the bench, like Jalen Luke, a guy that should have played at NC State, but then decided to go straight to the NBA, and obviously he's getting some run now. But Ty Jerome being the point guard, kind of running the show, keeping the rest of these guys like Aaron Baines and DeAndre Ayton, who are all over the place, kind of in control, kind of keeping the offense stay, let Devin Booker go and get his when you need to. And then you have Cam spotting up in the corner, hitting a bunch of threes. I love what the Phoenix Suns are able to do with their second unit, and that's my package deal.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't realize the Suns were in the bubble.
You got to watch the Suns.
I like it. I like that pick. My number 3 pick is the new starting point guard for the Brooklyn Nets, Chris Chiozza. He is a second-year player. He hasn't, if we're being honest, you look at his stats, basically his entire basketball career. I know he was all SEC his final year at Florida. But he kind of like, if we're being completely honest, he didn't really like light it up at Florida. He wasn't like a guy that, I think the casual college basketball fan remembers, except for the shot to beat Wisconsin in the, what was that? That was 2017, right? Yeah. The Sweet 16. And then they ended up losing to South Carolina in the Elite 8. He hits the buzzer beater to beat Wisconsin, but and then he comes back next year. He's all SEC. He's averaging 11.5 minutes in 11 games for the Nets this year. He's only averaging 5.2 points, but he's shooting 44% from the 3-point line, Tate. He has a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. So there's like signs that like in small sample sizes, he could be okay. And the reason I have him number 3 on my list is because a lot of the guys I have on my list are like, if they get opportunities, Chris Chiozza will get an opportunity. He is going to start for the Nets.
Sure.
The Nets have, I think, 7 guys on their roster right now. Chris Chiozza can go out there. He can miss his first 7 shots, and he's still going to continue to get playing time. So I have him on my list because, like, I don't think a lot of people know who he is, and the situation is right for Chris Chiozza, and they're going to make the playoffs too. Like they're going to play in the 8 games, and then they're going to play in a playoff series. So he's going to have a lot of opportunity.
All right, my number 3 is a guy that is probably one of my favorite names ever in basketball, next to God Sham God. It's OG Anunoby. A guy that tore his ACL a couple seasons ago, and then this year, at one point was shooting 45% from 3. And OG Anunoby is every bit of 6'9", 6'10", whatever you want to call. I mean, he's the perfect Siakam piece with the Raptors. The Raptors, in my opinion, as the defending champions, like you said, very underrated team, a sleeper team, possibly the favorites to some, because again, they have not given away their championship. But OG Anunoby, one of his last major games that I watched was in March, and they played the Nuggets, and he had 32 points in that game. I think he had like 32, 7, and 5 or something like that. And that game stuck with me, and I said to myself, wow, have the Raptors they've lost the finals MVP in Kawhi Leonard, yet they've been able to replace him with OG and Siakam. And the veterans on that team are great. Van Vliet's a great leader of this team. He's talked about OG kind of falling into that role. And then I watched this video with Serge Ibaka forever ago, and he's like in this room, and it's like a Cribs episode. And he and OG Anunoby are arguing over who made scarves hot, like who was the one that put them on scarves. And Serge Ibaka just keeps saying, OG, I do art, bro. I do art. And OG's like, you don't do art. And and it just was this moment in time where like the confidence that OG Anunoby has as a second-year player to be going at Serge Ibaka like this. I like it a lot, and I feel like he's the perfect player to kind of blow up in this bubble.
My number 2 pick, Tate. This is a straightforward one. Mo Bamba, I felt was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
This one is probably should have been number 1, to be honest with you. Michael Porter Jr. We have been following the Michael Porter Jr. mystery for years, literally years, literally years, trying to figure out how good is Michael Porter.
And it has continued to be the craziest.
It will continue.
Mystery.
The mystery has added some wrinkles. Most recently, coronavirus conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I was gonna say Michael Porter Jr. is kind of like Lost, the series, where it started out with so much promise, and we were like, "This is everything we want." Like Steve Ballmer says, he's the best basketball player he's ever seen. Like he's coming from Washington. He's gonna go to Missouri.
I think we're at the point now where the smoke monster and the polar bear are having a love child, and its name is Jacob or something.
The polar bear just walked out. This is into season 3, and we're kind of like, wow, what is going on here?
The mystery has been completely ramped up. The Nuggets, as we said earlier, they're Gonzaga. They're like the people who know really like believe in them, and they're like, yeah, Jokic is. Man, you got to.
It's Karnowski.
Yeah. Jokic, Karnowski. They throw out the tall ball lineup in one of these scrimmages, and they got the league talking. Jalen Rose is a believer that tall ball is the new revolution of the NBA, and the Nuggets are leading the way, and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, Michael Porter Jr. has, if like everyone kind of knows his name if you've been following basketball, and certainly if you've been listening to the show, you know Michael Porter Jr. But like he's never actually done anything. Okay? Like he's still like we're still waiting for like he's had his spurts in the NBA, but he's averaging 14 minutes a game as a rookie this year. Remember, he didn't play last year. He last year was his rookie year. That's what we call it.
He redshirted as an NBA lottery pick.
He's a redshirt. And then this year is his rookie year. He's played 14 minutes a game. He's averaging 7.5 points, 4.1 rebounds, decent stats, but like he's still just kind of like lingering as like a fringe rotation guy that kind of comes in and does some. I'm calling my shot that Michael Porter Jr. has had the rest. He's had enough time to come up with his corona conspiracies. He's had enough time to nurse his back injury that's been plaguing him for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna get some run for the Nuggets, and he's gonna ball out. That's my prediction.
It's so funny because Michael Porter Jr. was on my list as well. So I'll just take that as my number 2.
Okay.
Michael Porter Jr. And Bol. So I'll just throw Bol as mine so we can just stay with the Nuggets. So those two guys together are going to be somehow talked about more. Like you talked about Twitter and like versus the reality. The Nuggets may lose in the first round of the playoffs, but we may get more Bol content and coverage than anyone else in the entire bubble.
My number 1 pick, lock it in, Matt Thomas of the Toronto Raptors, a rookie out of Iowa State.
Strong.
You brought up Anunoby. That's a strong pick.
That's strong.
You brought up Anunoby. I think we're on the same page in that the Toronto Raptors fit the mold of a team that lends itself to a guy like Fred VanVleet fit this role, right?
Yeah.
In the past. Sure. Siakam fit this role in the past. So like a guy that was like, who the hell is this guy that's like balling out right now? Matt Thomas, 16 points against the Blazers on Sunday. He's averaging just like around 10 minutes a game, but he's shooting, Tate, on the season 10 minutes a game this season for the Raptors. He's shooting 47% from the 3-point line on the year. If you're going to look me in the eye and tell me that Matt Thomas is not going to get hot during the Raptors run in the bubble, he's not going to get hot.
Then you don't know Matt Thomas.
Then you're out here. Either you don't know Matt Thomas or you're out of your goddamn mind, because this man will get hot. He will go nuts at least one game. Twitter will be abuzz. Like, who is this white dude for the Raptors? Named Matt Thomas with the most generic name. And then they're going to say, of course he went to Iowa State. And there's just going to be like this whole discovery period of people that are like finding out about who Matt Thomas is. Lock it in. Matt Thomas is my pick for like the guy who like all the casual NBA fans are like, where the hell did this guy come from? He's my bubble breaker.
That's a great pick. That's a great pick. I honestly had a really bad my number 1 pick is gonna maybe upset you because it's not Matt Thomas level. It's honestly 2 on the spectrum or 2 on the radar for people. But it's something that I have to do because of Converse, and it's because I'm in love with Converse, and I'm in love with the idea of a brand being built in the bubble and the brand that is going to be built alongside a man that goes by CP3. He's going to build another brand next to him, SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, first in points on the Thunder, first in free throw attempts, first in game started, second in rebounds, second in steals, third in blocks, third in assists. I mean, The guy's the best player on the Thunder. He's 22 years old. He was averaging 9.8 points per game. This year, he's averaging 19 points per game. And I'm telling you this. I know that everyone is talking about most improved player, and they want to guarantee you it's Brandon Ingram or Bam Adebayo. It's SGA. He just signed with Converse. He is the most lanky. He's got like Kawhi Leonard, but he's a point guard. If that makes any sense. It just kind of, I don't know how it happens, but it's so smooth and it happens. And he's unaffected by anything. And he's also being mentored by, I would say, one of the best basketball brains around as far as manipulation can go. And he's learning a lot from him. So my pick is SGA, but my real number one pick in Matt Thomas vein is Keldon Johnson.
I like that. Okay, because I was gonna say, like, we started out at the same, like we were on the same.
No, that's
what we were doing here, and then we ended up very good.
I pivoted away. I just wanted to mention SGA is gonna blow up, but he's too good to be on this list. So my number one pick is Keldon Johnson, the Spurs.
The Spurs,
yeah. I don't know how long he's gonna be in the bubble, but like I said, Keldon Johnson's been great out of Kentucky. I like his game. I think he's gonna be a really good player.
Just pick Kentucky guards, and you get all of them.